What is the cost of political chaos? 5 prime ministers in 6 years, an endless parade of leadership contests. The pace of events in Westminster has been relentless. Constant campaigning is pricey. Who's footing the bills? This week, Sky News opened the Westminster Accounts so everyone can find out. £17.2 million. That's the amount that's gone to MPs in donations and gifts in this Parliament. That means it's since December 2019. And that's money that doesn't go into MPs' pockets, but helps them and their constituency campaigns. And here we are. For the first time, we can see the 20 MPs with the most donations in this Parliament. And so many of them are current or former party leaders or contenders. 12 still in the Commons because of the years of political upheaval. Now, the man at the top fighting a leadership contest back in 2020 and since then doing hard yards of opposition. These are the Labour leader's top donors. Note the top spots aren't unions, but wealthy businessmen. That's very different to his predecessor. Now that's the top 10, but the 11th is worth a special mention. That is Ecotricity, the green energy company run by mogul Dale Vince, who has given £20,000 to Keir Starmer and £360,000 to the Labour Party in this Parliament, one of the 10 biggest donors to the party. Luckily for us, Dale Vince is happy to be transparent about the other causes he supports. Just Stop Oil.
Join us in civil resistance against the corrupt system.
Causing chaos.
Let's stand together as we face broken politics.
Dividing opinion. The group's campaign of disruption has brought motorways to a standstill and made a target of prized artworks. Condemned by Keir Starmer in an LBC interview.
I think they're wrong. I think their action is wrong. I think it's arrogant of those gluing themselves to the road to think they're the only people that have got the answer to this. They haven't got the answer, and I don't know how they can look in the eye of the families who've got someone in the back of an ambulance. They certainly wouldn't be able to look me in the eye.
Not holding back, but Sky News can reveal that one of his party's biggest donors is also a key Just Stop Oil backer. Dale Vince is not hiding from scrutiny about who he funds.
People like Extinction Rebellion, I gave them some money, helped them get started. Just Stop Oil, same thing. We're talking tens of thousands probably.
Do you think voters will take a view on the fact that the Labour Party is taking money from the person who helped start them?
We reach a point when taking to the streets is all we've really got. You know, most people have no power to change what's happening, and we can see the direction of travel is a disastrous one. And so I understand why organisations like that do the things that they do. And
isn't there a conflict there? Keir Starmer wants to change things through political means, through the ballot box and through Parliament. And there you are saying that all you've got left is taking to the street. Those two things are incompatible.
Yeah, we've had 12 years of a Tory government, haven't we? And I think that leaves people feeling frustrated about the direction of travel.
In the event that Labour got into power, would you encourage Just Stop Oil to stop their activities?
I've got a feeling that, well, I know if Labour get into power, I'm sure there will be a ban on new licences in the North Sea, and that's the single ask of Just Stop Oil. So I think they will not exist anymore.
Here's the person who, for now, matters the most. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, whose £500,000 fund was raised over last summer in his failed leadership bid. Here you can see the big money flowing into his coffers from donors who loathe the alternatives. Top donor Chris Ray said he was horrified by Liz Truss's policies. Mick Davis said only the deluded thought Boris Johnson was the answer. Another 20,000 came from someone just below this list, Eleanor Shawcross. She's now head of policy in number 10. Now, a former Labour leader. His top donor, well, the clue's in the name. JBC Defence are one of the biggest donors to individuals in this Parliament, and they give to one man, Jeremy Bernard Corbyn. That's all money crowdfunded after a liable legal fight settled out of court. Also, another big donor, an unfamiliar company. Former Lib Dem leader receiving over £150,000 in donations across this Parliament from Faith in Public Limited. And it turns out a company set up by Mr. Farron himself.
You can change Britain's future. Thank you.
Yay!
Lib Dem leader in the aftermath of Brexit, he struggled during the 2017 election campaign when facing a barrage of questions about his faith. Now on the backbenches, open about his beliefs. Who is ultimately behind the donations he gets, less clear to the public. So, a company that was set up by an MP that in this Parliament has given over £150,000 to that MP is an unusual arrangement, and under the system that we have, we can't trace where the money originally comes from. Now, that company is behind me. It's Faith in Public Limited, and we know that it provides staffing and PR advice for Tim Farron, resources that frankly not every MP has access to, but we can't trace where the money's from in the public register, so we had to do some digging. After getting no response from our questions to his office, I called Tim Farron myself. He said it wasn't his intention to conceal his backers and handed us a list of donors to Faith in Public in this Parliament. Revealed here for the first time. The biggest, the Solar Trust, donated £90,000. It describes itself as conservative evangelical in its theology. The Cross Trust has given £30,000. It says it offers grants to deserving young people. A step forward, but this arrangement means those names would never appear in the Westminster Accounts. Some things our transparency tool can't show you, but so much that it can. Tomorrow, the murky world of lobbying.